Paul.
Second name cool.
Mike. Paul.
Mike.
Mike. Paul.
Yeah.
Mike. Paul. Give me first place, second that won't do for me. I came to win, fuck I look like trying to lose, homie. Scared money don't make no what? Scared money don't make no money. Give me first place, second that won't do for me. I came to win, fuck I look like trying to lose, homie. Scared money don't make no what? Scared money don't make no money. Give me first place, I want it in the worst way. And fuck what the church say, they hating on the wordplay. They'd rather see me serve plates, I'm in a fucking rat race. Everybody a criminal, ain't no telling what their bad way. I'm stuck in my bad ways, rhymes pay, I'm here every day, feel like my birthday, not just once a year. I'm trying to win, fuck a loss, so I use everything I was taught. You got luck on your side, I got the man who carried the cross. In the eye of the tiger, not in hell but on fire. The game sold, I got buyers, money talk, don't get tired. You like a nigga with no legs, I can't stand for the losing. I came to win in this bitch. Fuck I look like, homie. Never scared, I'm ready where the money at. If you hating on my money, Jack, kiss me where they never sunny yet. I can't let you beat me easy, my nigga, that's no good. Going hard in the paint, put that shit on my hood. It's Tiger, man. Give me first place, second that won't do for me. I came to win. Fuck I look like trying to lose, homie. Scared money don't make no what? Scared money don't make no money. Give me first place, second that won't do for me. I came to win, fuck I look like trying to lose, homie. Scared money don't make no what? Scared money don't make no money. Scared money don't make no money. Scared money don't make no money. Scared money don't make no money.
This guy is
Scared
so
money
trash.
don't make no money.
This guy thought he was
This
gonna be a
that
famous
hustle
rapper.
life.
You know-
This that hustler's life.
you know,
This what
that's
hustler's
the-
life. We keep our hustle tight. This that hustle life. This that hustler's
This sets the bar so low. This is what rap has came to. Anyways, what's going on, guys? That I always say that song is so bad that it's kind of good somehow. I don't know why, but it is. But yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible, guys. Trust me, I know. But I had to play it. I was trying to find "Scared Money Don't Make No Money," but they don't offer it on here, and that's the one that came up. So we had to play it, man. That song is trash. Addison, what's going on, man?
Got your fringe.
Huh?
Got your fringe.
My fringe?
Yeah.
What's fringe?
See the bangs?
Oh yeah, the hair's coming down. It's kind of a nice one. Happy, what is it? No, it's Tuesday. I didn't say happy Friday. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Like I said, this rapper is straight trash. Listen, that is all rap now. All modern day rap is trash. They don't even say anything. They just mumble words together and it's somehow rap. Oh man, it is what it is. It is what it is. The bar for music is so low now. Anyways, guys, let's talk a little Bitcoin today and why the next move could fool everyone and why, kind of like we've been saying, pullbacks are gifts in the times of uptrends. I'm already seeing the 25K calls again in the chat. It's kind of funny because really Bitcoin just in the same range. But whenever it has a red candle, the 25K calls come in. And then whenever it's a green candle, the 40K calls come in. And I sort of said this, man, just stick to your belief and don't let the 4-hour candle change what you think. Okay? I mean, it is what it is. Wayne! I like your ShamWow commercials. Well, I don't know what that is. So I'm going to act like I didn't say that. Okay? Anyways. 34,635, guys. So Bitcoin is coming down. You know, I guess we're kind of hovering right on that 50 EMA on the 4-hour, which if you look closely at this whole uptrend, you will notice that we've held that since the fake ETF news day. We've held that 50 EMA on the 4-hour. But we're kind of hovering right on top of it right now. So I guess my thinking is, will this hold? Who the frick knows? At any point, the Coinbase and Binance TWAP could come back into the market. As we know, every little dip just gets bought up. And whenever you think Bitcoin's going to get that move down where you can buy the dip, because I think everyone kind of wants to buy the dip right now. It just seems like some TWAP or some big whale comes in and just holds the price up. Every single time it seems like it's going to drop. Will this time be different? We'll see, right? We'll see. But ultimately, if we do break this, keeping those, doing one of these right? If the Binance and Coinbase twopper doesn't come back into the market, because they'll come back in at any time, sweeping those, right? Taking out these lows where a lot of people have stop losses below these lows, and then kind of seeing what happens from there makes some sense. And it also allows a lot of the over leverage. Well, I keep saying this, man. The more the altcoins go up, the more that the over leverage degenerates who are trying to trade the altcoins on 50x leverage actually to profit, not just for fun, they're going to get wiped out, right? You saw George get liquidated, right? Probably a lot of people got liquidated today because they're getting way too frothy on the altcoins, man. Stop using high leverage on the altcoins unless you're doing it for fun. All right? You could do it for fun, but don't be using 50x leverage on altcoins. You're going to get wrecked on days like this if you're actually trying to profit. But, you know, once again, if you're just looking to hold spot, pullbacks are gifts, right? So that's the way I'm looking at it. And ultimately, like, once again, if you're bullish up at 35K, you're looking at 34 to 33K, you should be more bullish the lower it goes. It's like you go to the store, right? You ever go to the store? Oh, let's bring this over here. You ever go to the store, right? You walk in, you know, and you go, wow, look at that TV. Shit, it costs $350 right now. Huh, that's too expensive. I'm going to wait for a sale. 3 days later. Wow, that TV costs $33,000. $330. Wow, I could save $20. Man, I want this TV even more now. I'm buying it. Honey, we got a new TV. Right? But, you know, if your bullish stance on Bitcoin remains the same, I think for some reason, and I guess we're all guilty of this sometimes, even though you might want to buy Bitcoin at 35K, you don't want to buy it at 33K when you were bullish at 35, right? We come back down to 33 and you're like, shit, man, like this looks horrible. I don't want to touch this thing, right? I think we've all been guilty of that, right? So I remain bullish, right? I think same kind of thing. I think you can get over complicated the short-term time frames, but as long as we stay above like 30, 31K, I got to remain bullish, right? I'm not going to flip bearish when we remain above the previous highs, right? As we still making higher highs and higher lows throughout the whole year, right? It is what it is. Now, on the little short-term pullbacks for Bitcoin, the altcoins are going to get smashed. I mean, we know this. They're going to do very, very well when Bitcoin goes sideways and up. But when Bitcoin goes down, altcoins are going to get smashed.
In your opinion, 10%
That's
on
just
the
where
way
we
up
are right
into
now.
USDC, then
Billy!
total until next bear market to go back in to get more.
Billy Goat! What's the best way to take profits with Bitcoin in your opinion? 10% on the way up into USDC, then hodl until the next bear to DCA back in to get more. Yeah, I mean, listen, you're going to hear, everyone's going to have different strategies. The Moon Boys, I think they'll kind of lie to you too. They'll say that they'll take profits and they'll hold Bitcoin. They're not holding Bitcoin. They're selling their profits into cash. Don't listen to those guys. Yeah, I think taking profits into cash is the best way to do it, right? I know we all hate fiat and we want it to go to zero, but I think in a bull market, when you're seeing significant gains, you want to take it out. You put it into either stable coins or cash. I would, Andre Contra belief, I feel more comfortable with my money in cash rather than a stable coin. That's just me, right? A significant amount of money. I'll keep some in stable coins, but not like a significant amount of cash. I know we came a long way, but I don't really trust USDC, especially after this, what happened earlier this year when it dumped to like 60 cents. I don't want to deal with that shit. So yeah, that's my opinion. USDT market cap keeps going up. Nice, Thomas. That means you got fresh new cash coming in buying stable coins. You know? Who knows? Hang up your crow. Crow's doing today. Crow's doing good today. COS continues to hold. INJ continues to hold. So the good gainers can kind of just holding, but you know, most of the market's red today. On days like today, this is when everyone starts calling for 25K, calling for the altcoins to go back to the lows. Kind of like how it was a couple days ago. Remember a couple days ago, altcoins had like a 10% down day. 3 days later, they ended up significantly higher, right? So depends on what you believe in, you know. Let's see what everyone's saying in the chat. Carlos dumped it. Hell yeah, man. Carlos dumped it. Carlos dumped it, man. It's quiet in here today. I think, you know what today was, you know, and I think it's kind of funny, you know. I think everyone was getting super frothy yesterday, and I know you guys hate the word frothy, but I'm gonna keep using the word frothy. I think a lot of noobs came back in and started to, you know, get a little bit too overconfident, over leveraged longs on the altcoins, and they just got decimated today. So I'm not seeing the same over exuberance in coming in the chat today, even though Bitcoin's down 1%. It's crazy, you know. This is how quickly things can shift in this market, where you have Bitcoin dump 1%, and then all the enthusiasm that was here yesterday is gone, because people get way too over exuberant, you know, and you know, think too much too soon, which we know you got to have some patience in this market. You're going to have intraday moves of 15%. Right? In the middle of a bull market, you will have your altcoin that you may be up 1,000% on, dump 50%. Can you stomach that? If you can't stomach that, you ain't going to make it. Because multiple times in a bull market, your favorite altcoin will dump 50% and then go higher. Right? Can you stomach that? Most won't. And a day like today is perfect, right? You see altcoins go up, like many altcoins have doubled, tripled, quadrupled, 10% down today. The enthusiasm's gone. Sometimes it cracks me up, man. You gotta love this market, man. Looks like it's over. It's over all of a sudden. Yesterday we were so back, and today we were so over. I remain bullish. Everyone's left in the market. Yeah. Everyone's left in the market. Mr. Miles said I'm still permable. True. All my alts are green. Well, I mean, your alts should be, literally all your alts should still be green unless you bought yesterday. You know what I mean? Like, unless you bought yesterday, if you bought altcoins at any point in the last few weeks, they should all be up. Pretty good too, a pretty good amount, you know. So you really shouldn't be down unless you bought yesterday, to be quite honest. You know, and many of them, I mean, dude, I mean, I'm looking around the market, and you know, besides a few, which most of the ones that are down big are ones that have had the biggest gains in the past couple of weeks, right? PYR, FET. Render, Pepe, Ocean, Sushi. Those are all the ones that pump the most, right? So they're gonna dump the most. But most of the ones that haven't, like, they're moving up a little bit. I mean, we're talking 4 or 5% red day. I mean, that's nothing for altcoins. That is actually kind of a normal day on a red day, and an uptrend is a 4 or 5% move down, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. It would be absolutely hilarious. Guys, I don't want to see anyone in the chat who was bearish today. If Bitcoin's back up at 35K tomorrow, I am going to laugh so hard, man. It'll be so funny, man. It'll be so funny, man. Majority said, I missed these times. 20% down, 30% up. Yeah. People forget how volatile this market could be. Why? Because, bro, it was so boring for like a year. This market was so boring for a year. Bitcoin was in a 20% range for 7 months. So people forget how volatile it can be. You can have a 20% up day, and then a 15% down day, and then a 30% up day, and then a 5% down day. People forget that. You know, they think it's just going to be like green, 5% green, 5% green, 5% green, 1% red, 5% green, 5% green. That's not how this market works. If you were here in 2021, you know exactly how it is. Let's see. Psycho Pearl! Good to see you, my friend.
Strap up, we're going to the moon.
Wayne said, daily update. There are now less than 1.465 million Bitcoin left to mine. That is very, very true, my man. That is very, very true. I'm just hanging out today. Guys. I'm kind of getting the sentiment check in the market, and I like the sentiment that I'm seeing again. I like when we see these small pullbacks on Bitcoin, altcoins come down a little bit harder, and then it's doom and gloom in the chat. I don't like when there's a lot of hopium on the pullback, right? And I don't really see that. Does this mean less manipulation? Less manipulation? No, there's always going to be manipulation in this market, because this market is so volatile and leveraged that there's always going to be big swings. with the exchanges, you know. Bajoran's a bear. Nice, bro. Nice, bro. I like to see it. Yeah, but to me, it's the same thing, guys. Like, there's not too much to say today, right? It's not one of these days where we're jumping up and down, everything's green. It's not too much to say today, right? I mean, we're back in this 2021 range, right? And I'll continue to say this, like, my bullish invalidation is right here. These previous weekly close highs, right? So it's like 30,325. As long as we stay above that, we're back in the 2021 range. We can just waddle in here for a little bit. But to me, I think we're just going to continue to grind higher. Small pullbacks are gifts. Most people won't look at though for those. If we get a pullback to 33K, you're going to hear calls for 20K and some ridiculous calls that are ridiculously low at this point when we're 5 months before the halving, 2 months before the ETF deadline. Still people trying to short. Ridiculous. To me, at least. Right? But, you know, to me, we're back in this 2021 range, right? This is a big deviation on the bigger term time frames where you got lows, you got lows, you got lows. You dip below the lows, you're back in the range. You're playing this back up here, right? If we dip back below, hey, this shit's over. We're probably going significantly lower, but that even hasn't, you can't even see the red candle on the weekly right now. So, you know, to be quite honest, this is just some chop, and you were here for the ride, my friends. It's not about where you get to. It's about the ride. You know what I'm saying? Dion! Jordan, thanks to you, I 2x'd my crow. Now I can quit my job. Because you got a 2x, don't quit your job because of 2x. Wait, you gotta wait at least for a 3x to quit your job, man. All right? Listen, I'm not quitting my job at McDubs until I get a 3x. Okay? 3x on the portfolio. Oh, man. Let's see. Finally, we are pumping Jordan Stream. We can't call this a pump. You know what I mean? We can't call this a pump. This is like some child's play over here. You know. Mark, what's everyone's goal for the bull market? Let me know, guys. What's your goal on a pretty boring day today? What is your goal for the bull? Is your goal to maybe, you know, travel the world? Is your goal to just have more savings? Is it to take out of crypto and put it into other investments? Is it to I don't know, maybe do something nice for your parents? What's your goal for this bull? Let me know in the chat. I'd love to know. Talk about the ETH gate. Visits wants a Lambo. Bounty nice said recover my losses. Bro, come on, man. You gotta be more positive than that. Recover losses. Oh my lord. My goal is to accumulate 200K in order to get 4 to 5 BTC next bear. I love it, man. Felipe, that is a great goal, man. That's a very conservative, good goal, right? Sounds like you got a plan, my man. Turn my 40K portfolio into 500K. Listen, most will laugh at you, but I think that's actually kind of conservative, to be honest. But I like the goal. Depends how much. I think it depends how much Bitcoin you got in your portfolio. Pokemon cards. You're selling all your Bitcoin for Pokemon cards. Lord, man, it's a good times, fellas. You know, to me, yeah, I probably don't sound that over enthusiastic today, just because I'm not. Like, I'm sick of the times where we get these little dips and then just the bears come crawling out of the hole. It's honestly, it's kind of exhausting. It's kind of exhausting sometimes, you know, and I'm just done with that point of the market, you know. But hey, we gotta sort of let it roll and let it ride, and we gotta do our thing. We just gotta let it roll and ride, right? Anyway, some other charts. Total market cap. You're seeing a little bit of resistance up here at these sort of May 2022 highs. Highest level for total market cap since May of 2022, since the steady lads time for Luna, which is kind of cool. But yeah, total market cap making a new high, which is cool. We held that. Look at that 50 moving average hold, man. That is some nice shit. That is some nice, beautiful shit on total, man. That is some nice shit. right? Flipping back to Bitcoin real quick, I think the thing that I think for the bears is, right, if you're looking for a pullback here, right? Here's my thing. If you're looking for a pullback here, right? I'm hearing the 25K calls. I'm hearing the 28. I'm hearing the 30. I'm hearing the 32. Okay, that's fine, right? I mean, you can have pullback calls wherever you think it's going to go to. Totally fine, whatever. My thing is this, and I'll continue to say this. What is your plan? And you do whatever you need to do. What is your plan if you don't get these? If you don't get your 32, your 28, your 25, right? Your 20, your 14, your 12. What's the plan? You know, and if as long as you got a plan, right? If Bitcoin wants to hold here, maybe it just dips to like 33,000, right? Let's say it dips to 33,000, and it sweeps the lows, gets a bounce, doesn't get any of your buy orders down here, and then continues back up, right? 38, 40K. What's your plan? If you got a plan, I am perfectly okay with you waiting for lower prices. If your plan, if you got a level where you say, I was wrong, I'm gonna buy it higher because I was wrong because Bitcoin went higher, right? Because we could call for lower prices all we want, but if Bitcoin just moves up from here, right, and just does something like this, let's just stick on the daily. If Bitcoin does something like this, right, sweeps the lows, comes back up, you got buy order here, here, sweeps the lows, moves back up like this. What's the plan here? What's the plan? And then are we just gonna come up here and then we're just gonna move these up like this? And we're gonna say, yeah, we're gonna get in right there. You know what I mean? Like I get what you guys are trying to do. And I've been there, right? I've been there, right? Down here, I thought Bitcoin was gonna go down to 23K, right? It was at 25. I thought it was gonna go to 23. My plan was, if we got back above this 200-day and held, I was going to say, screw it. We're going to be bullish, right? I was going to say, I was wrong for being bearish here. I was wrong. This is where I say I was wrong. And I say, screw it. I'm going in. And then we had the fake ETF news that made it more obvious, right? And we pushed up, right? Where are we going to say we're wrong? And we don't just be a biased bear, right? That's my question to you. To me, I just don't see the level where I say, shit, I'm wrong. At that point, you're already almost all time highs. You know, like it goes to the saying that you don't convince the bears that you're bullish until you get to all-time highs. You know, you just don't. Because you just don't. It's beautiful shit. Beautiful shit. Thomas said I was wrong. Yeah, you got to admit when you're wrong, man. The biggest thing I learned, and I think it has to do a lot with being on social media now, is like, it's okay being wrong. People are going to shit on you for being wrong, but would you rather be wrong, okay, and then flip and make money, or just be wrong and be salty and then want to be right, right? And you got to pick which one that is. Right? I mean, it is what it is. You got to pick which one you want to be. You want to be right, you want to make money. Which one? I'd rather make money than be right, to be honest. And just take the pill and say I was wrong. You know? Anyways, let's look at some altcoin pullbacks. Let's go to the daily chart. Let's look at some altcoin pullbacks. So, what should we look at today? Let's look at some of the bigger I mean, the biggest pullback today, GRT, right? Here's my thing. Like GRT in 2 weeks, right? Let's just take the one with the biggest pullback today, right? The one that people are probably scared about the most. GRT in 2 weeks just did 120% move to the upside, right? It is down 15% today. We don't think it's going to come back down and take some liquidity, a little bit of liquidity, right? Eventually, we don't know when it's going to happen, right? Every one of these green candles was the top until it is, right? Take a little liquidity. This is the biggest one. You still look at the trend, right? Look at the 4-hour time frame. the trend, do I see any lower lows happening in here? No, man, I don't see any lower lows. And this is the biggest dump of all the altcoins. Do I see any lower lows? I don't see any lower lows, right? I don't see any lower lows, at least yet. So to me, right, when I look across the board, right, even like near. What did we just do on near, right? Really near, all it was, you see these equal lows, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 equal lows. A lot of people with stop losses underneath there. Whoop, boom, we come and take out those stops, right? And then if this recovers from here, all it was a quick sweep, right? Take out all the people over leveraged, way too confident, 50x YOLO longs like George, take them out, boop, reclaim, whoop, and then, right, we do what we need to do. Or we just backtest the bull market support band. But either way, the trend is still up in the grand scheme of things, right? So don't get lost in sort of the big picture. I will say this. Everyone thinks that uptrends are easy. That's actually the hardest part, is having the resolve to be able to hold your shit, you know? Because it's not easy, man. You're going to have a lot of doubt and shit, and you got to come up with your own strategy. I know I'm kind of just rambling today, but I think it's a ramble day today. The hardest thing is to be able to hold in an uptrend. And I always like to say this. You go back to Bitcoin in 2020, you look at the weekly, you would probably think that this move to this move was easy to hold throughout this whole period. It looks like that on the weekly. Like, holy shit, look at that move. It was so easy to hold that. That's until you zoom in a little bit, right? And we look at a daily, and we zoom in on that same move. And throughout that time period, right, there was multiple times where Bitcoin sees 20% drops, right? 20% drops. This one right here was the biggest one. I mean, this one, 30% drop in the middle of an uptrend. Imagine you just made a shitload of gains, and that shit drops 30% in like 2 weeks, right? You're gonna be pooping your pants. The hardest thing to do is sort of to just sit and have it resolve, you know? It's the hardest thing to do. There's gonna be multiple other times where it happens. You know, it is what it is. I hold through all that. 350 here. We're back to 350 people. There were like 800 2 days ago. Oh my Lord. That's brutal, man. That is brutal. Don't tell me the interest died off that much. That's crazy, man. Felipe, take a quick look at YGG. YGG. Felipe, I don't want to be doing like looking at individual altcoins too much, man. All right. Now, I'm going to say this a few times before it catches on, but I don't want this to be the look at my altcoin show. Okay, like, you know my opinion. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, man. Altcoins are altcoins. They're going to go up together and down together. Everyone's a genius during a bull market. All right, you don't need to be a genius, really. YGG. Let's see. YGG. This one actually looks pretty good in the short term. The reason why I say that is you had the big move, right? You pulled back, you wiped everyone out, but you still got this wick up here on the daily. So even in the short term, as long as, once again, as long as this doesn't, you know, Big Daddy BTC doesn't take a big poop, this one probably just continues to kind of come up and take this wick up here in the short term, you know. But yeah, man, I mean, it goes with all the altcoins. I mean, all the altcoins are going to look like they're green, right? And once again, I don't want this to be look at my altcoin show. All right, we'll look at the altcoins that have performed well, ones that haven't performed well, stuff like that. But it's not. I think people overcomplicate this market way too much, and instead of just playing the cycles, and the cycles play out the same way every time.
YGG Plaza. High potential.
We overcomplicate it sometimes. You know, that's all I'll say. Like number 70 was highly profitable. Like number 70? Come on, man. how's everyone feeling today? How is everyone feeling today? I'm feeling good today, man. I'm feeling good today. I actually would really like, and I'm kind of on the boat with everyone else, is I would really like if we can get some type of pullback down into here for the corn, man. Give me a pullback back into this box, right? Oh my God, I would be salivating. Even a little lower, I'd be salivating. Shit. Come on, man. Right? I mean, I think we're at that point where, like, see how Bitcoin just kind of making higher highs and higher lows? We're at that point where I think everyone's just kind of waiting for that move down for the corn, right? Everyone's like, come on, man. Like, you're just kind of waddling up. Everyone's waiting for that quick wick down, right? I think we all are, right? I mean, listen, like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to look at this and say, oh my God, we got higher highs, we got lower highs on the RSI, we got bearish divergence. It's like that meme with the spit coming out of a guy's mouth. Like, no shit. Anyone with a brain can see that. But, you know, we're all kind of waiting for the flush, right, on the corn. You know, and my thing is this thing just going to continue to waddle up? Or is this flush into here coming? That's the question that I have. And, you know, we don't know. I think you just got to zoom out, look at the bigger picture, and don't worry about too much about this waddling action of we're bullish, we're bearish, we're bullish, we're bearish, we're bullish, we're bearish. Instead, just waiting for the market to do what it needs to do. Dion said, I'm feeling profitable. Me too, Dion. We've had some really, really nice plays over here, man. You know, now it's a calm, get rid of the frothy people the noobs who just came in, thought it was going to be easy, right? They all came in the last 3 days. We saw you. If you're a noob, we saw the Google Trends data. We saw the Google Trends data the last 3 days. You guys were coming in the last 3 days, right? We had to crush their hopes a little bit, right? You get them to come in, you dump all the altcoins 10%. They say, shit, that was a scam. And then we run it back. Oh, it's beautiful sometimes how this market works, man. You get rid of the frothy people. But yeah, man, I mean, look across the board. I mean, unless you FOMO'd your whole bag yesterday, you know, nothing really changed from a few days ago, right? Right. We look at any of them. I don't need to bring up all the charts, man. I mean, Sol is up 4x, Chainlink's up 4x, right? Near has a little bit of a pullback, but, you know, still, you know, up a pretty significant amount from where we were talking about it right here. You know, we looked at, what is it? PYR, we're talking about it down here. This one's up 2x. You know, we look at FET, right? Since down here, this one's up almost 2x, right? It's another day in the hood. It's another day in the damn hood. You know, look at Costo. I'll say this for the Costronauts. Is that what you guys call yourself, the Costronauts? You better hope that Ben Armstrong doesn't come and try to join your army, man. You keep him far away from the Costronauts. Do not let him join your army, okay? Miles, Franco, whoever else is in the Costronauts, do not let Ben Armstrong try to join your damn army, man. What's going on, guys? I am the leader of the Costronauts. Yes, the Costronauts. I am the self-proclaimed leader of the Costronauts. Don't let him do it. Don't let him do it. And if you do it, well, that's on you. That's on you. But yeah, costs holding that very well. This 2618 at 8.3 cents doesn't look too shabby. We're back above the 1618. So I would be looking for the 2618 now. You know, Bitcoin's still holding the 50 EMA. Nothing crazy going on, but you know, overall, I think that the biggest thing in the markets was total 3 was the altcoin market in general, right? Despite the pullback today, being able to invalidate this descending triangle, which is one of the biggest fears that I had, was just kind of the lower highs coming in consistently for altcoins. We're able to finally, right, see a little bit of a trend shift, right? What's that trend shift? It's higher lows officially, right? One low, two higher lows, and now we've seen a high and a higher high, right? So what we haven't done in this whole market is have this structure shift. But now all of a sudden we have a slight, very slight, right, in the beginning, trend shift of higher lows and higher highs coming in, which I think is a pretty significant. Might not look at it as significant, and it doesn't look like a significant move now. That's why I say this move is such a baby move in the grand scheme of things. You can't really, I mean, still small, but a slight trend shift is good for the altcoin market. And you know, but what I think what's happening, and I think it's gonna happen here, is I think we're getting a lot of newbies coming in right now, and I think we need to upset the noobs a little bit. What do I mean by that? What do I mean by upset the noobs? Well, I think the noobs are coming in and seeing altcoins run, right? And they're like, shit, why am I gonna buy Bitcoin? I should just buy the altcoins, which is fine. I mean, listen, I think we're almost to that point where I almost agree. You should be buying altcoins over Bitcoin. Almost. But I think we need one more of these Bitcoin rallies. We need one more of these Bitcoin runs, and altcoins kind of just settle a little bit. They'll still go up, but kind of just like settle a little bit to get the noobs feeling like, shit, why did I get into altcoins? Bitcoin's running, right? One more of those. One more Bitcoin dominance run up, right? Get everyone upset, right? The noobs I'm talking about, we already know, right? The noobs are going to come in and say, what did I about Bitcoin? About the altcoins? And then that's when they switch. And then the altcoins go on the real run. But I think this is just the test run. This is really anything yet. But, you know, I think we need one more of those Bitcoin runs to really, really, really piss off the noobs, you know? I bet there's one heck of a crazy story behind that Santa hat. Oh, this Santa hat has been the bear market stopper. If you don't know the story of the Santa hat, who said that? The dude, you should know the story of the Santa hat. You've been here the whole time. The story of the Santa hat was we created the Santa hat at, funny enough, Christmas, which was literally right here, okay, right there. That was the inception of the Santa hat, either me wearing it or it being on the desk, okay? This was the inception of the Santa hat, right? It wasn't the Pico low, but it was really when Bitcoin started to make this uptrend, right? Right here. The Santa hat has been our blessing this entire time. Throughout all this bullshit. This is the inception of the Santa hat, my friend. Right here. And I've remained with the fact that as long as this hat does not go missing, as long as this hat stays on my head or on the desk, Bitcoin will continue to make higher lows, which it has done so far. Despite my opinion changes at times, it has continued to just make higher lows, right? Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. It's just continued to do it. So the luck of the Santa hat is I hope this Santa hat is on me in December of 2025, right? And Bitcoin continues just to make higher lows and higher lows and higher lows. And that's my thought process, is do not doubt the Santa hat, okay? It is what it is. The Santa hat is here. Do you sleep in the Santa hat? No, I don't sleep in the Santa hat. It sits on the desk. It sits on the desk. Oh, man. If we break 20K again, you have to eat the Santa hat? No, I'm not doing that. Listen, I will never do one of those bets again because I've seen crazy shit happen for Bitcoin. Listen, I'm not naive enough to think that Bitcoin can't go down from here. I just don't think it will. Do I think it can't? Oh, yeah, it can. Obviously it can. I don't think it will, but oh, I've seen Bitcoin change on a dime from bullish to bearish and bearish to bullish on a freaking dime out of nowhere. So I won't be making that bet. If someone else will, I'll gladly sell them. Well, not sell them, but send them the Santa hat. And you can eat it on camera, and we'll show it in front of everyone. But not me. I've seen some crazy shit, man. Let's see. Facts Wade, no follow through. Oh, come on. Come on, guys. You think I was really going to wear this every day? You got to be crazy and out of your mind. You got to be crazy and out of your mind. You really think I was going to wear this every damn day? Shit. Savvy thinks this think otherwise. Guys, Savvy said he was going to be Do I have to bring down here? Savvy said he was going to be bullish if we break back above the 12-month moving average here. We broke above it. Still bearish. Savvy said, right, he was going to be bullish if we broke 32 or 31, 32K. We broke it. Still bearish. It'll never change. It'll never change. Bitcoin will be at all-time highs. It'll still be bearish. You know what I mean? Like, I think the whole Savvy is bearish or bullish, but bro, he's always got to be bearish. It doesn't matter. Bitcoin could pump to 300K, and we'd still be in the Amazon fractal somehow. You know what I mean? Like, it's never gonna change, man. Shit. But to me, I think there's a lot of doubt in the market. The way I'm looking at the market right now is this. Do you see this period right here? Do we see this period right here? Look at 2020. Do we see these daily accumulations right here? Right? This right here was the bear market kind of, we stalled here. You see, this was big resistance, 12K, right? 12K, 12K. You see how significant that level was here in the bear? 1, 2, 3 times. We struggled with this level so many times in the bear last time, okay? And then what did we do? We finally broke back above. Now, if you, I guess, and I always like to say this, if you were in the market right here, right, you think that this just looks bullish. Everyone was super euphoric. Oh my God. No, most people were bearish right here, right? This part right here, most people were bearish. Why? Kind of similar to now, actually. We still had a big CME gap right here that every one of them other thought we're going to come fill that CME gap right here. Right? We think, oh, we're going to go right here. Nope, we pumped. Everyone's like, but we still got the CME gap down here. There's COVID going on. There's no way we can go up. Right? And I know people look back in hindsight and go, but there was money printing. Bro, that's hindsight. It's easy to say in hindsight. If you go back during this time period, people didn't care about the money printing. People were still bearish because COVID was still going on. Don't be talking in hindsight, right? This was still disbelief, right? Every little red candle, but it was upwards accumulation. See, we broke out, but see, it was just higher highs and higher lows in the daily, right? That's all it was. But every one of these red candles, it was, we're going to come back to 9K to fill that gap. I feel like right now, if we go back over here, this 31 to 32K was the bear market sort of, we could not break back above that. Like, that was a pain in the ass, right? Pain in the ass once, pain in the ass twice, pain in the ass 3 times. We finally have been able to break that. Now, what's the situation we're in, right? Macro, horrible, oh my God. Like last time with COVID, oh my God. But what's Bitcoin doing, right? Despite the disbelief, it's still kind of just making higher highs and higher lows on these short-term time frames, right? Even though the macro sucks, oh my God, this, that, right? The S&P is going to crash. Well, we haven't even looked at that yet today. That shit's cruising up. You know, and I feel like we can all talk about how bad things are and shit like that, but what if we just look 2 years from now and this is all hindsight, and we say, wow, everyone must have been bullish right here, right? This is my take. This whole time period, we will look back at this in 2-3 years and say everyone must have been bullish here. But we know, being here, no, most people were bearish during this uptrend, right? We broke out of the biggest bear market resistance, just like we did in 2020, where we kind of just chopped up, right? You can see what we're doing now. We're kind of just chopping up. And I think the biggest thing for that is I think people are just gobbling up the dips. Everyone wants to buy the damn dip. Even the bulls want to buy the damn dip. Right? A lot of bulls that I follow on X.com and stuff like that, they want to buy a damn dip. The bears want to buy a damn dip. Even the bears want to buy a dip. The bears have moved. You know the biggest thing is the bears have moved their price target from 20K and now it's the 28K waiting room. Why? Because now even they want to buy 28K. You know what I mean? I think everyone just kind of wants to buy the dip, which may come, don't get me wrong, but I think everyone wants to buy the damn dip. And because everyone knows, and what we talked about down here was the ETF was going to make people shit their pants. Everyone's gonna, like, I think everyone's gonna want to be long going into the ETF approval. And I really think it's one of those these low IQ plays where you have the bell curve, right? And you got the smart people over here saying, I want to be long on the ETF approval. And then you got the really dumb people over here saying, I want to be long on the ETF approval. And then you got the people trying to outsmart themselves right here saying, I want to be short on the ETF approval. Right? I feel like it's one of these bell curves right here, right? You get everyone trying to outsmart themselves right now, right? Thinking they're a macro economist and all this stuff, right? This kind of looks like a penis. Everything I draw looks like a penis. Why? I don't know, but it does. The S stands for small, like my penis, okay? But I feel like it's the bell curve. Everyone's trying to outsmart themselves, right? Thinking they're macro economists and Warren Buffett trying to perform every single move. Where like the really smart people and the really dumb people just want to own Bitcoin and be spot, just own spot Bitcoin and aren't trying to do too much. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's how it is right now, right? We got all these people with all these fancy indicators trying to time every move, and it's like, bro, it really isn't that serious. But hey, that's just me. It is what it is. You have Pecker. The Pecker. Bath, no one's saying long in 20. No one's saying long, leverage long 34.8. You know what I mean? And to be quite honest, you would already be in profit if you long 34,823. I'm just playing with that. No, I'm not talking about leverage, guys. I'm not talking about leverage. I know a lot of you guys have turned into traders in the bear market. To me, I don't think you need to be this guy who's like swinging leverage when you're in an uptrend. Like you don't need leverage in crypto. You can literally just buy something in a little 50x. Why we got to use leverage, right? I'm talking more about the people that we're in cycle mode this time. Okay, there was a time to be a trader. I think we're going into the cycle mode, right? Where you just want to position yourself. Right? And in whatever way you feel like is appropriate, right? Don't invest more than you can afford to lose, where you're going to be too emotional if you go up or down, because that's what happens when you invest too much is you get emotional. And just let it ride, man. Mike said I'm Bath. I'm long Bath. I love it, Mike. Mike's long and I love it, man. Your Chire chat is bull as F. Well, let me ask you this. Does there not become a time, and you know, does it not become a time where everyone's bullish and it's actually a good thing at some point? Like, we act like because everyone's bullish that like that's always a bad thing. Isn't sometimes when like narrative and sentiment combine, right? Sometimes that can be a good thing, right? I mean, how do you think you get prices going up 20, 50x? You think that everyone, this is my thing, like, how do you get prices go up 50x, right? And it's just a hypothetical. Do we always think that, you know, prices always have to go down because everyone's bullish? No, man, if the price go up 50x, everyone's got to be bullish. You know what I mean? You know, it's you know, I think once again, I don't know if we're at that time yet. We all don't. It's a totally guess, but at some point, everyone's gonna be bullish, and it's not really gonna matter. You know, I don't know if we're at that time yet. But here's the thing. Once again, I'm gonna say this again. You can be bullish on altcoins. You can be bullish on Bitcoin. Right? So Bitcoin can, you see what Bitcoin's doing? Bitcoin could just keep doing this where it keeps grinding up. And you can still have noobs and leverage traders trying to leverage like the shit out of altcoins and FOMO into altcoins and still getting wrecked, even with Bitcoin still going up. Like both of those can happen at the same time. Today is a perfect example. Bitcoin's flat, right? Altcoins took a 10% nosedive. Just wrecked every leverage trader that was trying along, you know? And Bitcoin didn't even go anywhere, you know? Like you can do both. You don't need all that shit, you know? True. We need some spot buyers. That's true. But hey, how do this is another thing too. How do spot buyers come in? When do spot buyers come in? When prices are high. The best marketing tool for crypto is green candles. Right? The higher Bitcoin goes, the more spot buyers come in. I don't make the rules. More people are interested in crypto when prices are going up. That is a simple fact of the matter. And I don't make the rules, you know. We are building up to it. Anyways, I'm kind of rambling today, guys. It is good. It was the same thing right here, man. Like right here, it was the same sentiment. And I'm not saying the same thing is going to happen, but this candle right here where we push down, literally everyone was spamming bear memes and shit in the Discord, and I'm like, dude, come on, man. It's not that serious. It's you know, it ain't that serious, man. Just hold spot and chill. We you know. Who would be selling now? Well, that's my point. Remember, this is my point with Bitcoin. Who is going to be selling their Bitcoin now? Right? Besides the people who feel like they missed the move, are going to sell now to try buy back in lower. And even the people that are selling now are going to are wanting to buy back lower. That's the point. Like, either you're going to have people buying, or you're going to have people selling to buy back lower. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if anyone's really selling their BTC to just sell it. You know, like I think people are going to be selling their BTC to try to buy back lower. Right? With everything coming up. It's sort of like a philosophy that's kind of going on right now. It's not really the chart's the chart, right? But the underlying philosophy below it or behind it is even the sellers are bullish. You know what I mean? They just want more Bitcoin. You know? But hey, it is what it is. If SPS gets sentenced weeks away from the halving. Bro, SBF getting sentenced should be doing this. Okay? Look at Mike's long and profit. Mike said, F you, Bath. I'm going long. This is not for the pump, by the way. This is for SBF getting pumped. More liquidations than down only. This is not for the pump, by the way, guys. We're not really pumping. We're not really pumping. This is for SPF going to jail. Okay? That's what we got today. You know, kind of like where we're right here. I'm not going to be surprised if I come back tomorrow and Bitcoin's right here, I will not be surprised. I will not be surprised. Does it mean we're going up higher? No, but you know, the overlying thing, I think for me is the thing, the bigger time frames. The bigger time frames breaking key resistance. Total 3 making a higher high for the first time in the bear market. Total making a higher high. You have to go back to May of 2022 for that. And really Bitcoin, like, you know, I understand the altcoins are down a good amount today, but really Bitcoin not really doing much. You know, I think are fine. You know, and my point is this. I'm not going to act like I'm Nostradamus. I ain't Nostradamus, guys. I don't know if Bitcoin's going to pump from here or dump from here. Newsflash, no one does. You know how many people I've seen? Everyone's been wrong and right a million times on this uptrend. It's always who was right last, or people think they're genius. Everyone and their mother has been right or wrong a million times in this market for the past year. Everyone, right? No one knows what's going to happen next. My point is, when we look at the bigger time frames, look at the trend. The trend is up, right? Look at the bigger moving averages, right? So look at the bigger weekly moving averages. I've always said this. Above the bull market support band, you are bullish on dips. Below the bear market support band, right, you are bearish on retests, right? So where are we? We're above the bull market support band, right? We're above the 50 moving average band, right? In that circumstance, pullbacks are gifts. They're not gifts for everyone, but they're gifts for the ones that, who are they gifts for?
Mike Hall.
Second ain't cool.
Mike Hall.
Who are they gifts for, fellas?
Mike Hall.
Yeah.
Mike Hall. Give me first place, second that won't do for me. I came to win, fuck I look like trying to lose, homie. Scared money don't make no what? Scared money don't make no
They ain't
money.
a gift for the scared money. Okay? Pullbacks are gifts above major moving averages, above 200-day moving averages. You're bullish above there. But in the short term, who the flip knows? Bitcoin can bounce right here to 40K. Or Bitcoin can pull back to 32K and go to 40K. Who the frick knows? Just focus on the bigger term time frames, right? I remain with the situation that pullbacks are gifts, despite me not knowing what is going to happen in the short term. Because I'll say this again, man. No one freaking knows, man. You know, no one freaking knows. Don't get clouded, right? Don't get over. And I know we have fun in this channel when the prices go up. Don't get overly bullish, right? Where you're throwing money at shit that's at highs, right? And don't get overly bearish on the dips, where the bears are meme posting the bulls after a 1% pullback after your altcoin's up 100% and it has a 1% pullback and it's over, right? Don't get overly bullish. Don't get overly bearish. Remain just, you know, kind of like me today. I'm not really, I'm just chilling. Like, there really ain't anything going on, right? And pullbacks are the gifts that keep on giving. And remember, there's many mistakes that you can make in the market, right? I ain't selling my spot Bitcoin before the halving. There's two mistakes you can make. Two mistakes you can make, I think. Mistake number one, never selling. Mistake number one. Mistake number two, selling way too early. Yes, I said it. Okay? No one talks about that mistake, but that one is actually more demoralizing than that one's actually more demoralizing than holding. At least if you hold, you can blame yourself. But man, selling too early, bro. That one blows. You sell on the 50% move up thinking you're rich, and then it goes up 50. That one blows. Anyways, guys, I'm going to call it a day. Okay, I don't know where Bitcoin's going right now. It's chopping like a freaking madman, up and down, getting the bulls and bears riled up. I'm emotionless today. I'm really not feeling anything today. It's, you know, you can probably tell by my attitude today. I'm not really feeling anything today. Just kind of a boring day. Altcoins that have been crushing it, right? They're gonna have red days, man. You better get used to it, because if you're gonna get bearish on every red day, you ain't gonna last. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, you ain't gonna last, bro. Anyways, I'm out of here. Peace and love. Wayne, it's good to see you. Bjorn, Dion, Verhoofdy, Mark, Zero, Crunk, DJ, Joey. Like Bass said, selling early is fine, but what I mean by selling is selling everything. Selling everything. DCAing out was fine. Anyways, I'm out of here. Peace out, guys. And by the way, Mike's long is going off right now when Bass said not to long. Bass said not to long. And Mike's long is crushing it right now. Peace! Bath, I'm just trolling you. You know I gotta troll a little bit. Later!
You got to pump it up, don't you know? Pump it up.